Robin's Nest English.
Why robins hop?
Why robins hop?
Why robins hop?
Once, many years ago, all the birds of the world met together.
Once, many years ago, all the birds of the world met together.
They had a problem.
They had a problem.
It all started when foxes began to chase robins.
It all started when foxes began to chase robins.
Foxes normally chased chickens.
Foxes normally chased chickens.
One day, a fox followed the tracks of a chicken.
One day, a fox followed the tracks of a chicken.
Or so it thought.
Or so it thought.
The tracks really belonged to a robin.
The tracks really belonged to a robin.
At that time, all the birds had the same tracks.
At that time, all the birds had the same tracks.
Chickens knew to run from foxes.
Chickens knew to run from foxes.
Robins did not.
Robins did not.
So the fox easily chased the robins.
So the fox easily chased the robins.
The robins were tired of being chased.
The robins were tired of being chased.
All the birds met.
All the birds met.
They wanted to protect robins from foxes.
They wanted to protect robins from foxes.
They needed a plan.
They needed a plan.
Owl asked, "What can be done?"
Owl asked, "What can be done?"
Woodpecker said, "Let robins fly all the time."
Woodpecker said, "Let robins fly all the time.
Or make them stay in the trees.
Or make them stay in the trees."
Crow did not like this plan.
Crow did not like this plan.
He knew that robins ate worms from the dirt.
He knew that robins ate worms from the dirt.
Robins must walk on the ground, he said.
Robins must walk on the ground, he said.
Hummingbird said, "Let robins eat from flowers."
Hummingbird said, "Let robins eat from flowers."
That won't work either, said Sparrow.
That won't work either, said Sparrow.
Robins don't have the proper beaks.
Robins don't have the proper beaks.
The birds thought.
The birds thought.
They talked, and they thought some more.
They talked, and they thought some more.
Finally, Owl said, "Let robins hop on both feet."
Finally, Owl said, "Let robins hop on both feet."
Robins' tracks will not look like chickens' tracks if they hop, Owl said.
Robins' tracks will not look like chickens' tracks if they hop, Owl said.
Good, good, cried all the birds.
Good, good, cried all the birds.
They flapped their wings with joy.
They flapped their wings with joy.
Chickens would walk with one foot after the other.
Chickens would walk with one foot after the other.
Robins would hop.
Robins would hop.
Foxes would not get confused.
Foxes would not get confused.
Owl was glad she could help the robins.
Owl was glad she could help the robins.
Now she could sleep.
Now she could sleep.
From that day on, foxes only chased chickens.
From that day on, foxes only chased chickens.
Robins could search the dirt for worms in peace.
Robins could search the dirt for worms in peace.
Once.
Once.
Met together.
Met together.
Had a problem.
Had a problem.
It all started.
It all started.
Began to chase.
Began to chase.
Normally.
Normally.
Chase.
Chase.
One day.
One day.
Followed.
Followed.
Tracks of.
Tracks of.
Really.
Really.
Belong to.
Belong to.
At that time.
At that time.
All the birds.
All the birds.
Knew to run from.
Knew to run from.
Robins did not.
Robins did not.
Easily.
Easily.
Were tired of being chased.
Were tired of being chased.
Wanted to protect.
Wanted to protect.
What can be done?
What can be done?
Woodpecker.
Woodpecker.
Let robins fly.
Let robins fly.
All the time.
All the time.
Or.
Or.
Make them stay.
Make them stay.
He knew that robins ate worms from the dirt.
He knew that robins ate worms from the dirt.
Must walk.
Must walk.
Walk on the ground.
Walk on the ground.
Hummingbird.
Hummingbird.
That won't work either.
That won't work either.
Sparrow.
Sparrow.
Proper.
Proper.
Beak.
Beak.
Thought.
Thought.
Finally.
Finally.
On both feet.
On both feet.
Look like.
Look like.
If they hop.
If they hop.
Cried.
Cried.
Flapped their wings.
Flapped their wings.
With joy.
With joy.
One foot after the other.
One foot after the other.
Hop.
Hop.
Get confused.
Get confused.
Owl was glad she could help the robins.
Owl was glad she could help the robins.
From that day on.
From that day on.
Search.
Search.
In peace.
In peace.